really should not be singing Conan the Barbarian. Not singing, whistling. While we're at this intermission, let's see. Any other things I want to get while I'm at it? Relics. I guess we can just play. Let's do track from Transistor in the meantime.
Okay, I'm back.
Alright.
Alright, so Striker wanted to play and Commander was talking about playing if we got some more people, so.
Yeah, that actually sounds pretty fine.
I'll tell are you still eating or you need a little bit?
I'm done.
Tell Striker we're ready.
He's already in the lounge.
Oh, okay, cool. Maybe I should message Commander. Remember how much Diablo 2 was on GOG? Was it $10?
The original one is there. I think the second one is only on the Blizzard store.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. I remember now.
Why does it say it was 15? I haven't checked them for their holiday sales.
$15 for Diablo. Well, I guess they're getting all the people with the nostalgia, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you told me
that's pretty expensive for an old game.
You told me like Shadowrun Boston Lockdown shut down, and meanwhile we have like a lot of people still playing Diablo 2 and Phantasy Star Online.
You know how good Blizzard is doing? I mean, they came out with World of Warcraft Classic. Isn't that just a reboot of the original World of Warcraft?
I haven't played. I wasn't part of the World of Warcraft bandwagon train back in the day, so I honestly don't have an opinion on it.
I find it pretty boring, to be honest, but if I was in a guild, it'd probably be pretty fun. You just have to level up so much just to get there. Do you see the South Park episode?
Make Love Not Warcraft, great episode.
Yeah, that was a great episode. Remember, at the end they were like, okay, so we've leveled up, what do we do now? And it's like, now we play the game.
Yeah, it's kind of like this thing that happens like whenever I'm playing Phantasy Star Online on this one private server I go to, or maybe a few of the others have this, where there's this boss rush mode where we just cheese it like over and over up until we get to like hard, then very hard, then ultimate. It's like you always see like one of those rooms where they're saying, yeah, we're doing Towards the Future, please help me out. And then we're just doing episode 1's bosses and a couple of custom waves over and over again.
Yeah.
To be honest with you,
I think... Go on.
To be honest with you, I kind of find that just boring, because I'm going, can we do like other things for once? I mean, don't get me wrong, I see the benefit in it, but I'm just going, I don't want to do this over and over again.
Those Fantasy Star games, I would if I had a PlayStation 1 again, I'd probably get some of those.
Uh, they're on the Genesis and Mega Drive's classics on Steam.
Oh, okay. But was the later ones brought to Nintendo 64 or PlayStation?
I don't think there was a Fantasy Star installment on N64 or PS1. It only really came back with Fantasy Star Online like 2000, and that was what, Dreamcast, GameCube, the original Xbox, and on PC.
Okay. I must be thinking of another game.
Hmm.
I get that. What's that other game with
Star Ocean?
fantasy in it?
No. No, not Star Ocean. Are you talking about Final Fantasy?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay,
Yeah.
so 1 through 6 were from on Nintendo, and then 7 on was on PlayStation. If you wanted to know like how Final Fantasy switched hands from Nintendo to Sony, look up the entire development history behind Secret of Mana. Great SNES game, but there is a lot of drama behind it. I wouldn't necessarily say drama, but there's a lot of backstory in its development that explains how PlayStation came to be. But I believe the short version, from what little I've read, was Sony was supposed to make a CD add-on for the Super Nintendo, and Secret of Mana was supposed to be the game that was supposed to headline that, but then the entire arrangement just kind of fell apart.
Okay.
It's like Secret of Mana is a great game, but you can tell there was quite a lot that had to be trimmed.
I could use a role-playing grind type of game. I mean, some people might diss grinding, but it's sort of relaxing in some ways. You know, you don't have. It's not like NetMech where someone's gonna suddenly DFA you, or it's pretty predictable in some ways.
Yeah, one of the games I kind of did that kind of filled that niche was Realm of the Mad God, but then I'm just going, it's like, just starting off, it's like, you just want to be level 20, then you die, then you pick the next character class, and then try to make your way to level 20. I'm going, it's like, you have to do it. Last I checked, you probably have to do it at least once with everyone before you can even consider trying going into a part of the game where all the elder gods are when you can start slaying them. I
Okay.
Unfortunately, that was like 4 years ago, or I don't know, my second or my second year in college when I was doing that. So I kind of don't remember anything from that anymore. So trying to jump back in would be quite the shock.
Dan.
So were we just waiting for Hunter or?
Striker. I mean, I don't know if Striker. I mean, he's obviously in the lounge, but
Mhm.
he away or something.
Are we just waiting for anybody else so we can just start the room?
Yeah.
Okay.
If Striker doesn't respond in about 5 or 10 minutes, I'm gonna page him. You watching the Conan movie where they're like, "Tell me, Conan, what is the greatest thing in life?"
Mhm.
And then he's like, "To hear the lamentation of your enemies' women."
Yeah, it's like to crush your foes, to hear their screams and to hear the lamentations of their women. Or yeah, I don't remember the middle line. It's been a while since I saw the movie in its entirety.
They make a later Conan, like in the 90s or something?
In the 80s, I think like two or 3 years later, there was Conan the Destroyer, but let's just say it was a little bit more kid friendly ish. Don't get me wrong, it's not a terrible sequel, but yeah, you can tell they toned down quite a bit.
Ah.
But don't worry, it's not the worst sequel I've ever seen.
Uh, a nomination for the worst sequel to me would be the second Matrix movie.
Hmm.
I mean, looking back on it, it's not that bad. But I guess I just was so entranced with the first Matrix movie that I was
I think
expecting something like that.
I think one thing about it is that they tried to explain the nature of the Matrix a little bit too much. As in it felt like a lore expansion more than anything else. But it's like if you haven't seen like a friggin' terrible sequel, I will always stand by this pick. It's Future World.
I haven't seen that one.
Don't. It's like if you've seen the original Westworld movie, do yourself a favor and don't see Future World. I've seen it twice.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It was bad.
Hey, Striker, how are you?
Well, we've been chatting for a hearty 13 minutes. I think we should actually start playing a game.
I do something crazy this time, like all Novas or something.
Sure,
That could be fun.
let's do something lightweight ish. Let's do. Wow, I never really made any good builds for this. It's like if we were doing C4s, it's like here's an LRM-20, here's a bunch of machine guns and a medium pulse laser. Let's do a C1. Yeah, let's pick something light for once. How does that sound?
Sounds good. Attic would approve. He'd be in with his crow kicking our ass.
Yeah, what would it be? Like his typical 3-3 crow?
Yeah. He's great at close range.
I kind of forgot that most of the mechs I have here are all single player because I didn't do any of the pack imports.
Are we taking Novas or are we just taking Crows or whatever?
Anything up to 60, so if you want to take chances and bring a Mad Dog, I don't have a problem with that.
Back in the league days, when you were in the lower ranks, the only mech you could take was the Crow because you had weight limits. So I got really used to the Crow.
Visibility 1,000. Let's do first 8. guess we're all bringing 3 crows, or did one of us bring a 7 medium laser crow?
A 3.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Next time we should probably limit ourselves to Novas. But, you know what? I'll be happy for all of us to individually eat crow.
Shutdown sequence initiated. Shutdown sequence overridden. Chain fire engaged.
Ow, my back.
Heat level critical. Enemy mech destroyed. Critical hit arm. Heat level critical. Critical hit. Heat sink.
Oh, I got too hot in here.
Yeah, that's the thing when we take like lights to mediums. It's like we don't have the sort of godlike 30 double heatsink builds.
Level critical. Shutdown sequence initiated. Shutdown sequence overridden.
But I'm not.
Critical hit. Jump jet exhaust port. Critical hit. Engine. Critical hit. Heat sink. Enemy mech destroyed. Critical hit. Heat sink. Enemy power-up detected. Critical hit. Heat sink. Critical hit. Engine. Critical hit. Small.
Was that a kill or did I OH?
It was a kill.
Okay.
Enemy mech destroyed.
We're just fine young cannibals at this point. We just cannibalize each other and then one of us eats the others.
Detected.
She drives me crazy. Like no one else. Okay. Did I tell you how I started to get familiar with that song? It was the PlayStation 2 version of Namco Museum, where it was just a collection of ports of most of Namco's arcade games. They had a couple of licensed tracks for use in the gallery for the game selection screen, and what were the songs there? You had She Drives Me Crazy, Come On Eileen, Joystick, Everybody's Working for the Weekend.
Critical hit, heat sink.
I forgot what the fifth song was, or I wonder if it was just those four.
Satellite link established. Critical hit, heat sink. Enemy mech destroyed.
We're just a bunch of ATSTs shooting at each other, aren't we?
Enemy power-up detected. Enemy power-up detected.
It would be cool if you could import the Star Wars vehicles in have a
Enemy mech
AT-AT
destroyed.
every time. I don't know exactly how it works, but
Critical hit, heat sink.
have
Critical
a
hit,
drop ship.
jump
What do you
jet,
think a
jump
drop
point.
ship?
Enemy power-up detected.
Hovering versus AT-AT or AT-AT. What do you think would
Yeah, I remember one time I was doing Battlefront 2 and the AT-ATs were stuck in position, so when I was trying to take out the Rebel power generator, I just took like one Rocketeer and it took me like 10 minutes, but then I realized, oh wait, there's more. You gotta stop the Rebel transports from escaping. I'm like, man. Wasn't necessarily the worst mission. I would say the Order 66 mission when you have to kill all the Jedi was one of the hardest. Because Jedi are pretty much insta-kill if they get into range. Killing Jedi is hard.
Enemy mech destroyed.
someone else come on?
Group fire engaged. Enemy power-up detected. Enemy mech destroyed.
Were you like half damage or something?
Satellite link established. Enemy power-up detected.
Because I only burned like half my heat gauge in Alpha
Satellite
Strike.
link established. Satellite link established. Satellite link
Commander
established.
messaged me. He might be up to play. I mean, if you guys want to...
Hello.
Oh, hi.
Oh, Commander?
Hey.
Well, I just want to just go to the next kill and then do a team match. I mean, I know I've lost, so...
Sure.
Heat level critical. Shutdown sequence initiated. Shutdown sequence overridden. Chain fire.
Well, don't say you've lost. You could easily tie it up by killing both of us at once event.
Not the way my heat's been going. I'm been more likely to overheat.
And I am jammed on a wall.
Critical
Do I love this map or what?
Critical hit engine. Critical hit heat sink. Critical hit gyro. Enemy mech destroyed. Enemy mech destroyed.
You guys heard that loud crashing sound, right? Okay, it's just the wind on my end.
Are you having a storm up there or something?
Yeah, we've been getting some heavy winds recently, and it was kind of raining over the last few days.
I was surprised about that Mech Doom level or
Mm-hmm.
mod. I didn't even know they still had Doom, honestly. I guess there's still a community.
Well, when you have an extensive a modding community and level developer that Doom has, don't be surprised. Because I know it's like, I'm guessing Doom has a complete level editor. I know StarCraft has a complete level editor. Free Space has one. Other games had fully fleshed out level editors. Some Nova Logic games did have it, but they were limited.
I'm thinking there were a few other ones.
Did Wing Commander have one?
I don't know.
Yeah. I know some of the gunship titles had it. I know 2000 and the new one, they definitely had, you could make your own scenarios. F-19 didn't because everything was already randomly generated. Said full level editors. It's like
Dude, Nukem did.
Mm-hmm.
You ever play that?
Nah.
I had some pretty creative levels. Like I played one where you had a ship that was moving through the water. It's around, and I was thinking, wow, I mean, for something made in the late 90s, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Nowadays, you just have things that are just watered down by instant action.
You want to host, Yoshi?
Sure.
You did.
Oh, I forgot I could change the clans. Let's do Jaguars Falcons.
I just wish MechWarrior 5 was Discord overlay compatible.
Oh, they haven't finished that yet?
Guess not.
Alright.
How is it overall? Pretty fun game?
I haven't even gotten past the tutorial yet because I've been having problems. Partially my fault because I'm stuck with a 660 right now. A GTX 60 is what I meant.
Pretty resource intensive game.
770 is the minimum, so yeah. It doesn't do much to justify that requirement, though. It's got decent graphics, but there's a lot of poor optimization, and definitely needs a lot of work.
I doubt my computer could handle it. I mean, it's not a terrible computer. It's just nothing special.
Yeah,
A budget computer.
Mine, I didn't expect to play top of the line. I just do it for flight sims and RPGs. I never expected to do streaming with this tower, but here I am.
One thing I will say, if you're playing Mech 5, they relied quite a lot with the in-game post-processing to help it look good. And I can understand why they do that, but without the post-processing, it isn't all that cool looking.
How would you say it compares to MechWarrior Online?
Oh, definitely better. Definitely. Just other than the fact that for some reason on lower end systems like mine, things like 100 meters in front of you or more tend to be like blurry.
Someone told me they were half-assing MIP mapping and draw distancing.
No, it looks fine on like higher end rigs, but it might be just the fact that I have a 660 that could be causing issues.
Oh, good. Glad that you have that. I have integrated graphics. So.
Oh man.
That was my crap top before I managed to save up enough money to make this tower.
I'm hoping to get a 1660 Super here soon.
Santa gonna bring it? I said, is Santa gonna bring it?
Maybe.
I might think about saving another 12 to 1600 so I can make myself another tower. But I know with this one, I definitely have to air out all the dust bunnies.
Is anyone here running the game in full screen?
No, I do this in a 1024 window. Well, then again, I'm also recording, so, not through DOSBox itself, I'm just doing it, outside with OBS, I'm not streaming this, I'm just local recording. I forgot how many points I said, whether it was like 10 or 12.
Oh, there's no radar.
I turned it off. The engagement distance here is pretty short, so... You do remember how to lock up targets, right?
Have to aim at a middle mouse click. Yeah.
Let's do. Let's just do 10. It's kind of like that moment from Star Trek First Contact. It's like Riker's on board the... No. Worf goes aboard the Enterprise E, and then Riker just asks him, "Do you remember how to fire phasers, right?"
Oh man, no.
That's a pretty good movie.
What cycle setting do you recommend when not streaming and running the game 1024?
I think... What does MiG usually recommend? Like a 120K?
External
For
camera
1024?
engaged.
I might have to ask him.
We going now?
Yeah, Yeah, go. Jacksonville Jaguars against the Atlanta Falcons on Sunday Night Football. Oh wait, no, we can't do that anymore.
There you are.
Whoops, my bad. I gotta arc the missiles a little bit more out of the way next time. Just turn on your nav markers, you'll find us.
Enemy mech destroyed.
You shot your own guy. You do realize you did that, right? Oh.
Talking to me? I haven't been shooting.
Enemy power.
I forgot who's on whose side. I'm an idiot.
Yvette and I are on...
Oh yeah, you guys are the Falcons.
You're supposed to kill.
Where are you? Oh, there you are.
Yeah, I'm like...
Am I the only one who thinks that 31st Century Combat did texture mapping better than Mercs did?
Depending on what version.
Like, the camo in 31st Century actually looks natural. Like it was actually painted. Whereas in Mercs, it looks more like just a texture copied multiple times, which is what it is.
Heat level critical. Shutdown sequence initiated. Shutdown sequence overridden. Enemy mech
One thing I
destroyed.
miss about the newer... One thing I miss in the newer MechWarrior games is all the crazy beeping that happened in MechWarrior 2 when you, like, get critical hits and everything.
Because I remember, like, in 3, it's like you really didn't get the warning, but, you know, it's like every time your systems were damaged, it's like, you know, your HUD started getting more fuzzier the more your center torso got hit. That's the one thing
That also happened...
That's the one thing I didn't get about 3, was like, did 3 not count internals at all? Because I felt like it's like everything was just armor.
Oh shoot, forgot to set groups.
You gotta be kidding me!
Critical hit. Heat level critical. Shutdown sequence initiated. Shutdown sequence overridden. Chain fire engaged. Group fire engaged. Critical hit machine gun. Critical hit weapon destroyed. Internal ammo explosion detected. Enemy mech destroyed. Enemy power-up detected. Chain fire engaged.
Oh, I see where you guys are. Hooray for missile cameras. Enemy power-up detected.
Another thing super cool about this game is that the cockpit reflects the horizon.
Critical hit arm, critical hit heat sink. Critical hit engine, critical hit internal ammo explosion detected. Heat level critical. Shutdown sequence initiated. Critical hit internal ammo explosion detected. Enemy mech destroyed. Shutdown sequence overridden. Heat level critical. Enemy power-up detected. Shutdown sequence initiated. Shutdown sequence overridden. Heat level critical. Critical hit engine. Critical hit medium pulse laser. Critical hit weapon destroyed. Critical hit gyro. Heat level critical. Shutdown sequence initiated. Critical hit cryogenic jet exhaust port.
Typically I prefer, I don't know, nowadays I typically prefer the gargoyle to a warhammer.
Speed is that
Enemy mech destroyed.
I kind of want to get joystick set up for this, but problem is, the way joystick aiming works in this game kind of sucks.
Enemy power.
The way it was implemented.
Oh yeah, because it auto-centers.
Yeah, it's like based on the position of the joystick, which would have worked well if it wasn't for how it was implemented. It was implemented very poorly.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Whoa, major lag. Like, even on my end.
Did you play back in the in-player Cali days?
Enemy mech destroyed.
Going to 10, right?
Yeah.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Okay.
Good game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just wish that in the scoreboard they told you what affiliation your clan was.
Yeah, that would be really nice.
Unfortunately, it's just sorted by order of people who joined.
Guys want to do one more?
Yeah, I'm up for it.
Give me a minute to change a couple settings for MechWarrior 2.
Sure.
Thank you.
Just gonna grab some chocolates from the fridge.
Good. Be right back also.
The microphone's not catching me crunching on the chocolates, is it? I'll take that as a no. Okay, I heard that.
French fries.
So who's hosting this one? I guess I'll do it.
Alright, I'm back. You want to try the Nova thing now?
Sure.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, it's not like we're playing Smash where it's like, no, Fox only, Final Destination! Can't stand that crowd.
What's your favorite clan?
It was Jake Falcon back in the day, so I sort of have to say that.
Wolf's better.
Yeah, I think once upon a time, our Discord actually had like clan functionality because other BattleTech servers had them, and then upper management. I wasn't one of the Discord admins then. Just basically said, okay, we have way too many wolves. We're killing the entire affiliation thing.
By up to a Nova, do you mean anything under a Nova?
Yeah. The weight limit's 50, so...
Oh, so a Nova can be used, okay.
Nova's included.
Oh boy. I hate that there's little to no torso movement. I hate that.
That's why I wish there were some of the mechs from Ghost Bear's Legacy put into this, because at least you had other good lightweight alternatives, like the Horned Owl, because the Jenner easily dies when shot in the face, or the Phantom, which was, you know, the nice thing that bridged that 40-ton gap.
I'm just awaiting the day that someone figures out how to merge Ghost Bear's Legacy with NetMech. Like, maybe reverse engineer some of the unfinished network coding that was left in the files of Ghost Bear. Because I'm sure it wouldn't be too hard to at least implement the mechs from GBL.
Because there's a lot of gaps that you can fill with that. It's like, you got... What were the new mechs that were added? You had the Incubus, Horned Owl, Naga, okay, Grizzly, Executioner, Kodiak, Stone Rhino.
Stone Rhino is freaking cool. The Behemoth.
I'm just wondering if it didn't make the cut in Mercenaries because it looked way too much like the Marauder.
Maybe. Although then again, wasn't all that common of a mech. At least in the inner sphere. In clan space, it was much more common.
Unfortunately, with the Battle Master, it's like the only thing we really have is like something that swaps the Marauder for the Battle Master. I'm like, that's a 1-to-1 swap. You're not essentially adding a new mech. You're just You're just changing the properties of one. It's like we'll be aiming all over the place unless we all install the Battle Master together, and you know, at least one of us, which is most likely me, is gonna not have that patch on. If you're talking about the mentionables on the Discord, you're the only other one in. Oh wait, no, some of the mods are too, but I guess we're almost all of us are here anyway.
Are we really getting new blood into one? This is two. We got another player.
Oh.
I quit out and wait for him.
Nice. 5
Enemy
players. That'll be fun.
Yeah, okay. This doesn't count. Hey, for anyone who's complaining, I'm going to. Hey, we got to spruce up the game somehow.
What do you mean by sprucing up?
You know, just forcing a little bit more variety, because, you know, it's like every other day's been a Timberwolf Fest, or...
What did you do?
I didn't do anything. If you're talking about the banging sounds outside, that's the wind.
Weight limit 50?
Yes.
Cold. Oh boy.
Hey, it's a laser boat fest. Every time we do, what do you want me to do? Laser boats, but turn the temperature on hot?
Missile boat would be fun. Bring in a direwolf with like 240 LRMs.
Unfortunately, the game cannot handle more than 50 at once.
It'd still be fun.
Wait. Hang on. That's the wrong venue. I'm just gonna say yes if you dare. The thing is, though, it's like the Nova is also available in MechWarrior 3, but without 3's jets, you're gonna go, oh god, what's the point of this mech in this game if I can't do all the nice twisty maneuvers? Because it's like every time you're trying to do like a turning maneuver, it's like you end up floating a little bit, and then you turn over to the left or the right. I'm like, ow.
You ever played MechWarrior 3 with the directional jets on?
I don't think I did that.
Because it does work. Not quite as OP as Mech 2, but it's definitely pretty close. In fact, it might be the most canonically correct implementation of jets.
Yeah.
By the way...
Because I know, like, some missions in Pirates Moon, it's like, one of them, you definitely have to cross a chasm, and it's saying, yeah, you have to bring jump jets, otherwise you're going to fail the mission outright.
So, one funny thing, about a month ago, I did a 1v1 match against another MechWarrior 3 player, and they had like this adder with no armor, a couple lasers, and like 500 jump jets, and they were flying around like a freaking bee. I don't mean like MechWarrior 2 level of flying, I mean freaking faster than the speed of light flying.
Like, what do you expect us to do? Turn the gravity on 0.25? I remember one match, I think I recorded this a while ago. We were on Ramzone, and I put the gravity on like 0.5, and we were all in assault mechs, and we were going, what the hell are we doing? Because it's like, direwolves are not supposed to fly at 150 kph.
Oh, there we go. My bad.
Okay, so, oh
Flash.
yeah, points.
Visibility 500 meters.
I think there is something wrong with my install. The first-person cockpits look like they do in Mercs, and they wiggle and jiggle the way they do in Mercs, if you get what I mean.
Don't tell me you did like file cross-contamination.
I don't believe so. Maybe it is something with Mech 2. Maybe it's not limited to just Mercs. Could be because I'm running in 1024.
First to 11. Alright, everyone. Have fun.
Group fire engaged.
I love this music.
Heat level critical.
Lightweight chaos.
Enemy mech destroyed. Heat level critical. Shutdown sequence initiated. Shutdown sequence overridden. Chain fire engaged. Enemy power-up detected. Enemy mech destroyed. Heat level critical. Enemy power-up detected.
Stop blowing holes in my mech!
Heat level critical. Enemy mech destroyed. Heat level critical. Enemy power-up detected. Heat level critical. Critical hit. Enemy.
What are we doing?
Enemy
We're having
power
fun.
detected.
Yeah, we're subjecting ourselves to pain, and yeah, what do we get to write on this one? Because of like economic constraints that the transports weren't large enough, so all they could do was just send off little mechs.
You are recording, right?
Yes.
I'm thinking of a title.
Enemy mech destroyed. Enemy mech destroyed. Enemy power-up detected. Enemy mech destroyed. Enemy power-up detected.
Well, I'm not going to call this supermassive black hole. That's not really the point of this
Enemy
episode.
power-up detected.
I mean, it's like, it started with all of us eating crow. Then a little 2-on-2 where I forgot who was on whose side. Yeah, refresh was yesterday's episode, because it's been the first
Enemy mech destroyed.
Mech 2 episode I played in quite a while, where I didn't feel bored. At least we got out of the monotony a little bit.
Enemy mech destroyed. Enemy power-up detected. Heat level critical. Enemy power-up detected.
It's gonna get a little weird,
Heat level critical.
Actually, no.
Shutdown sequence initiated. Shutdown
use
sequence
that one.
overridden. Enemy mech destroyed. Heat level critical. Critical hit. Arm. Critical hit. Heat synced.
Ow.
Enemy power-up detected.
What about grasshoppers and lasers?
Critical hit. Red. Critical hit.
I guess we could run with that.
Exhaust port. Heat level critical. Critical hit. Red. R. Medium.
too much of a problem with the Jenner if it weren't for it being able to be easily get shot in the face.
Enemy mech destroyed. Heat level critical. Enemy mech destroyed. Enemy power-up detected.
Fine thing, I haven't been killed by a headshot once this match.
Enemy power-up detected.
Sunrises and sunsets are so beautiful for 1995.
Yeah. Just too bad we don't have a sun or a moon to be seen in the background.
Group fire engaged.
It would be cool if we could get Windows NetMech working, so
Critical
we can play the
hit. Critical
3D
hit.
accelerated versions
Critical
like
hit.
3D effect.
Medium. Laser. Critical hit. Weapon destroyed. Critical hit. Jump jet exhaust port.
I wish I heard what you were saying, but then I just had so many critical hits up the wazoo.
Lost someone.
He just kept OHing on us. Let's just keep going.
Heat level critical. Chain fire engaged. Heat level critical. Enemy
The heck was that?
That was a backstab, man.
Heat level critical.
We have rear view cameras for a reason.
Sequence overridden.
Ow.
Enemy mech destroyed. Enemy power-up detected.
So I guess you want to paraphrase ET and say, ouch.
Enemy mech destroyed.
You guys see that ET Comcast commercial,
Enemy
do you?
power-up detected.
Yes, I saw it.
You see it way too many times.
Enemy
I only saw it
power-up
on YouTube though. I've never seen it
detected.
broadcast on TV.
They play it a lot during the NFL where I am.
It was really cool, but
It gets old when you see it about 5 times a day.
Heat level critical. Enemy mech destroyed. Critical hit. Engine. Critical hit. Heat sink. Heat level critical. Shutdown sequence initiated. Critical hit. Engine. Critical hit. Heat sink. Shutdown sequence overridden. Enemy power-up detected. Heat level critical.
Okay, I OH'd. So it was a mutual kill. So, that result is 0.
Heat level critical. Shutdown sequence initiated. Shutdown sequence overridden. Enemy mech destroyed. Critical hit. Heat sink. Critical hit. Engine. Critical hit. Jump jet exhaust port. Heat level critical.
Okay, I've been overworking my own mech.
Enemy mech destroyed. destroyed. Enemy mech destroyed. Enemy power-up detected. Enemy power-up detected.
So where do you live, Commander? Just curious.
America.
America. America. Okay.
Near the Great Lakes.
I'm in the Atlanta area.
Enemy mech destroyed. Enemy mech destroyed.
I think this is this is probably setting a record for most backstabs I scored in a game. But then again, it's with lights, so I'm not surprised.
Heat level critical. Critical hit ER. Medium. Shutdown sequence initiated. Shutdown sequence overridden.
How on earth is Event's right arm still attached? His leg is gone.
It's science. It's how the game's models work. Don't question it.
Critical hit.
Comstar space magic is this?
Exhaust port.
So I think it's more like one of those. I gotta find like one of those toys that do that. It's kind of like a tri-mounted thing where it's like torso, and then there's actually like a little arc where you put the leg over.
Enemy power up detected.
And then I don't know, is the leg ball bearing mounted or something?
Heat level
Going
critical.
10.
Shutdown sequence initiated. Shutdown sequence overridden. Enemy mech destroyed. Enemy mech destroyed. Heat level critical. Enemy mech destroyed.
Oh.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Good game.
Yeah. I had fun. I had plenty of fun.
Want to do
I wanted
elementals now?
something-
I'm up for elementals.
Yeah, we could do an elemental match.
Back in.
Yay. I'm not seeing event.
I went out. I'm coming back in.
Oh, no problem.
Because sometimes we might be still in the results screen. Okay,
There you are.
let's see. Where do we want to go?
Should we just set the gravity to the lowest setting for this, just for fun?
Alright.
Mach 1 elementals.
Let's embrace chaos. Okay, I have
Here we
regen.
go.
Okay.
Funny how it says custom elementals are not yet supported, as if they were ever going to be supported.
I don't think that was the case ever in Mercs either.
Yeah.
Has ever played Living Legends?
Yeah, I'm not all that good at it, though.
Suck. Get it. I haven't go yet. I haven't played it for a few months now. But the battle armor and that is a lot it's interesting how you can attack a mech
Yeah.
and they usually kill you.
Oh yeah, just jump in the cockpit and claw the pilot out.
Wait, it's actually a claw and not a machine gun attached to your grabby arm? Because that's what it sure looks like.
I've never done it, so I never saw that. I the first time I played that game, I came out of the hangar not even knowing how to get in mechs. And I had a battle armor and a mech came and just demolished me.
What I was talking about is if you hold the right mouse button down, your grabbing arm will come out. It's almost like it shoots a short-range machine gun or something.
Okay.
What else would be fun in that? Grappling hook! But this is in Monster Hunter World, so eh.
Oh, I gotta turn.
Should be the way we put this gravity so low. We should be probably playing the DuckTales Moon theme.
Light amplification engaged.
This is crazy.
Oh my god! Okay, maybe first to 8 was a little bit unrealistic. Oh god. What do we do? I don't even think we can do first to 5. I'm not even sure if we can hit each other. Ow! Oh, you know what would be perfect? FTL music. I should probably play that in the background of this video. Ow. I think I've suffered more damage hitting a wall than from weapons fire.
Me too.
Where are you guys? I see your little smoke trails, but then again, that's my fault. I thought this venue was small enough where we didn't need radar to find each other.
Group fire engaged.
Wow, we can't even hit a broadside of a barn with this. Oh yeah, I forgot it. Even these mechs have masks on them. And we can even go more, even faster. We can just Jeremy Clarkson this with the power of power!
Mask engaged.
Okay, 360 kph. Oh, I've scored a hit. That's a first. Come on, Commander, let me try to shoot you. I think we should have just done this with tarantulas.
We go first to 3.
Yeah, let's do that. This better not be the first to... Otherwise, God forbid, it's going to be first to actually score a killing shot wins. Because I think we're just playing Ring Around the Rosie at this rate. Wasn't the original story behind Ring Around the Rosie like from the Black Plague?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, instead of ashes, it was achoo, achoo. We all fall down and then die.
Start.
Well, I think I read that in a history book.
No, I mean, I think you're right. I'm just saying.
That is actually the origin of the song, supposedly. Like the lyrics are supposed to be symbolic of the Black Plague.
I have no idea who I'm hitting.
See if I can hit the ceiling.
If you self-destruct because you take too much damage from hitting the roof, we're not responsible.
Oh, bro. I did hit the ceiling. I think that's the first time I ever hit the ceiling.
I think if we had to do this in real life, or if we had to put on VR headsets for this, I think a lot of us would just feel sick. What are your guys' damage numbers even like? All I have is some dashes of yellow, and that's about it.
Red, on left and right torso. Pretty damage.
I remember one time when, I think it was you, me, and Rad event, I think we were on Yamarovka, and then I think one of us tackled Rad's arms, and he said, "My laser!" Good times.
That was a while back, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was like,
A few years.
I want to say like 10 years ago or something.
Oh.
Well, I just had a my laser moment. Left arm's gone.
What can we even compare this to? Like mosquitoes trying to hit each other or something?
Sounds about right.
Ow! I guess we have to do this ourselves by tackling each other. I mean, I kind of get why we have a small laser. It would kind of suck if, for small pulses, they had to carry something that was like a whole ton on one hand. Okay, I admit defeat. We are going nowhere.
I know.
It also doesn't help that, you know, you can tell that the ranges for weapons in multiplayer, like, cut quite a bit from what they are in single player. Like, anyone else notice that? Yes, this is the only way we can win, by standing still and trying to hit each other. Or until one of us collides with something that leads to our death. Worst
thing is, you left regeneration on.
Yeah, I was expecting we were able to hit each other. I didn't realize. Okay, lesson learned. Turn regen off whenever we're playing in a low gravity setting.
I'm open to be killed now. I have no weapons, so.
Neither do I, but do you see me complaining?
There you go. Hey, you could try tackling us. Yep, that worked. I just lost a lot of my left armor with that tackle.
Enemy mech destroyed. Enemy power up.
Oh, how am I going to explain this on the highlight reel? It's like someone just zooming across the screen.
It's like a to be continued moment.
Enemy mech destroyed. Enemy power up detected.
Or you could try self-destructing on each other. Blast radius is still respectable. Okay, clearly we have failed in our endeavor to create fully induced chaos. I apologize for that.
At least it's interesting.
Yeah, this isn't chaos, this is a rat race. Actually, no, rat races are a bit more interesting.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Yeah. I think we should take the memo, we should leave too.
Enemy mech destroyed. Enemy mech
Just so you know, this game doesn't count. I think we should also probably add to the war reporter what mechs we've been piloting at the time. That could happen.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
I can never get the sync between the war reporter and the or be well on our way to have something good. But I'm sure Radek has some good ideas.
Yeah, because I think in MechWarrior Online, you can also track your stat by mech.
Oh, okay.
They definitely did mech stat tracking, and they definitely did venue stat tracking.
I think we should set up some type of system like on single where you get a bonus for defeating an opponent with a smaller mech.
Mm-hmm.
We work it out, but or maybe like have a stat for average weight. One player would have this many kills, but with a lower average weight, so it would show that they were a little bit more skilled. I mean, not necessarily, but most likely.
You know, like you bring a Mad Dog to a Warhawk fight.
Yeah. And you still win a lot or get a lot of kills.
Mm-hmm. Because I remember, like, MechWarrior Online, speaking of the venue stat, like, I was, like, above 0.500 on, what was that mountain one? Alpine Peaks? But then, like, like HPG up, like I was 0 for 11 to start, and I told them it's like I have not won at this venue, and then I just said, "You want to know what the most consecutive losses by a sports team was?" It's like Tampa Bay Buccaneers when they were in expansion status went 0 for 26 to start.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Wow.
And then everyone's telling me, you do realize the Lions went 0 and 16, right? But I'm like, that was in a 16-game season. 0 and 26 is bad, no matter how you spin it. But yeah, I think it was on my 13th attempt that I won. It sucked. Like every other venue, I was like, somewhere around the neighborhood of .500 or .400. I don't know. I didn't play enough to justify not sucking.
That's around 40 and 50%, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's like a batting average, right?
Yeah.
Like where you 6'9", yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna cut the feed now.